what we can get from here. Okay, this is also a very quite difficult kind of challenging kind of what we call that reference that we have. Okay, that's why, because the positions that actually you use to work on it, but it's not possible. It's not impossible that to work. Let's just say I'm going to exaggerate a little bit. Okay, what we can do from here, you cannot exaggerate your eyes there like that. Okay, sometimes okay, this is some of the drawings that I saw from the internet. Okay, that actually have been done. Okay, you can actually just simply exaggerate like this one there. Okay, to work on that. Okay, even though you can actually apply and differentiate if you may have time. Okay, but what I can see, okay, you have a very strong feature on your lips, nose. The eyes also play a very big role from there. So what I can do basically, okay, maybe I'm going to adjust a little bit right here, right? The muscles of those what we call features there, okay, is very, very nice for us to study later on, all right? And the lips, okay, your lips, you have the bigger lips there, right? Okay, mouth there, that maybe you can actually adjust a little bit right here. But you have to do a few number kind of, most of you guys need to do a little few number kind of experimentals there first. Okay, what we can do also from here, okay, maybe the head, okay, maybe the head, even though you have the very huge forehead, okay, these are the things that you have to recognize, okay, your kind of feature that you have in the head. Because me, as for me, I have a big ears there, okay, my beard there sometimes, okay, and the nose will be more representable as part of the features of my head, of my face there, okay. So we can actually use this kind of methods there to work on the exaggeration, but not too much there. Because we see some of the Sebastian Kruger kind of what we call that works before, right? Maybe because you're using a huge kind of glasses, then we can actually exaggerate a bit here. But not too much yet, because this is the first time that you're going to exaggerate your face, become a cartoon characters or caricatures there, okay? So please be nice with it, okay? First, to add a little bit kind of what we call the whole kind of composition still look maintained. People can actually recognize this is your face, especially your sibling later on, okay? So you can see the difference there. So the next thing that we can do, because we want to make it a little bit kind of exciting on the visual itself, the visual kind of design itself here. That's why we try to experiment with this kind of methods. So we can create this kind of a sense of those understanding here there right now. So what I can do here there, right? I'm going to focus on the shapes of the nose there first. But the line work has to be improved there when you design the line there, okay? I'll make a very nice cartoon kind of styles over there. Okay, this part basically a very obviously can be show basically your kind of strong kind of features when you smile there, right? Yeah. Okay. So the lips basically you have a small, very unique kind of approach on the lips there, right? Okay. What I can do, I can apply from there. So now I can exaggerate a little bit right here. So this is one of the experimental kind of works that you guys can use, okay, to develop your kind of features of those caricatures there. So what we can do from here, the eyes, careful when you draw the eyes there, and you actually can, using this kind of methods there to emphasize on the women kind of what we call that features on the eyes there. Same goes to this one there, right? Slowly move, press a little bit. Try to cover this one there. The quality of line that we apply also will play very good roles there from here there, guys. So now the eyebrows there, okay? Very soft kind of touch of the eyebrows here. Same goes to this one before we're going to create what we call that the glasses there, right? So now what we can do, we start to draw basically. Okay, the line works over here a bit more thin because she's wearing the glasses there. If you want to draw the glasses there using this kind of loose kind of line, go ahead. There's a lot of way to draw those glasses there, guys, but this is one of the things that I can actually apply at the moments there, because there's a lot of style that we can use to work with the caricature illustrations there. This is one of the most of the caricature artists have been used there, right? Okay, very thick kind of cartoon kind of line as strokes, but very loose then. Okay, it's very loose there. What happens with from here, because it's not going to be look more like Alienate, okay, when you design those kind of your kind of caricatures there. So try to mix around with the line over here a bit. The way that I can portray those kind of designs is like onions there, okay? The face, the head there, okay? Look like an onions there, right? So right now, without the body yet, okay, how actually you can portray the head, okay? This is a Chinese New Year kind of hair, is it? Huh, Cindy? Grace?
No.
No?
No.
Right. So what I actually try to do right now, I try to redesign basically her features of hair. And I know basically I'm going to cover later on with the body there, right? So the body basic structures also, poses has to be a bit kind of what we call that same kind of proportion. But this is basically some of the result that kind of use from here. Okay. But to get the line is a bit more thicker from this side. So can you see that, guys? Okay. When I actually try to sculpt what we call that styling, okay, the visual itself, okay, from the reference here, with a little bit kind of exaggeration. This is something that we actually not overdo them, but we try to capture our face there, okay, back again in the right way. At the same time, okay, try to use a very powerful line works to emphasize on the certain kind of areas there, okay, for those reflections there, right? It looked like not logic enough because why? Basically, the glasses also have those eyebrows there, right? Okay? It's not about logic all the times. It's all about the way that you're just styling your brush strokes there, okay? So those are the things. This is not a portrait character. This is not a portrait kind of exercise there. Assignments there, right? This is basically a caricatures, cartoon style drawings. Right now, what we can have from here, go back into this reference there. I have a few number kind of reference there, okay? If I'm going to use this one, but I'm still going to be use Grace body, okay? I can see there's a quite resembling on the to present basically the pose from Grace, kind of what we call that features over here, right? So what I can do next, check a look whether it is right or not. If I flip horizontal like this, a bit more better there, right? See? So those are the things that, those are the beauty of those compositions here. So what other thing we can do from here? Okay. I didn't draw on top of the same base. I'm going to redraw. Basically, all right, Grace, okay, is a ladies there, right? So what I can do, okay, first of all, you sketch it out there, right? The best way is sketch it out. If you not actually confirm back again, get the line of actions. Okay, Grace, okay, kind of bodies over here. And these are going to be her hands. Okay. Now, okay, she's wearing a, maybe I'm going to have a very loose kind of what we call that. Kind of what we call that baggy kind of pants over here. Then she's actually right. Have basically this kind of what we call that shoes. Wearing this kind of small kind of shoes there. Okay. So the next thing is right now, this body part over here there, okay? I'm going to redesign there, okay? Her hands. See? We try to develop different kind of way to approach also the body there, right? So what I can do from here, have this kind of reference with me, I start to draw them back. Okay, this part basically covered by hair there, right? Because I have to make also, okay, the positions of the features of her body basically look a bit more like a woman than a man. But I'm using my limited kind of resources that you works at the same times. If I actually have more, basically, if I want to spend more time, basically, I can actually withdraw more and more direct from it. Okay. So here, basically, one of the quick kind of way of working with your kind of illustrations there, and still can maintain the whole compositions in the right way there. Right? This is what we're talking about, the guys. Okay. So don't mess around too much on your liquify if you cannot maintain the same kind of person that you want to exaggerate, right? Or otherwise, you just maintain using your own photos there. Just redraw back again. That's all. They will look nice also at the same time. Okay. Remember what I actually have done there before. My face, the same thing there. The one that actually maintain, the one that actually exaggerate, the one that actually simplify. Okay? Can you see that right now? You guys? You can see that, right?
Yeah, I can see.
So don't exaggerate too much there, okay? But the one that actually can work there, okay? If you check closely about your features there, like Yateng there, okay? When you saw your own photos there, okay? Your strong features are going to be, okay, your face are going to be no longer. You can actually create, okay, so you can extend a little bit more there, okay? It's very strong features you get from there, right? You have to understand your own features that actually have been appear on your face, okay? Some people doesn't have to exaggerate too much there, okay? On the faces, it doesn't have to be. So depending, okay, that's why you have to experiment them first. What actually I saw Miss Vivian kind of what we call the projections on the submissions, right? It's very useful there, right? If you take a look at the submissions of your friends over here, is really one of the good thing also that we can see, okay, from their developments there, right? it's more proper way to represent your works, but I did not actually encourage you guys, okay, if you want to work on that, go ahead, okay, but the good thing is you actually define basically some of the extra features there, right, before you develop them back. Okay, why did this guy become so old there? In way, more older than me there, right? The hair become gray there, right? Huh? What do you think from here, okay, what I can see, okay, there's too much kind of exaggerations. It doesn't show the features of your face there. So what I can do, okay, just like what I showed just now, try to get a very strong features, okay, on your face, the jaw, maybe the lips a little bit, okay, but not too much there. We're not just playing around with the Elucify, right, just to make funny of our face there. It's not that kind of what we call a purpose there. But we want to emphasize on the faces there, right? We want to emphasize on the strong features that people can still recognizable there, right? Is it right there, Grace?
Yes.
Are this one basically still recognizable?
Yes.
What do you guys think there? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Right. So make sure you guys work smart, okay, in order to develop that kind of understanding. You don't just playing around with it without having enough kind of information that you want to capture all this kind of information there. Okay, when you transfer back again into your design, your illustrations, they will give you more informations of how you develop your understanding from here. I would say that I won't actually exaggerate too much here, okay? Because I know there's a strong features on your face that Grace there, okay? I can remember that, okay? That actually can be developed as part of the way to develop your own kind of cartoon styles here in the futures. But have to be, everyone with us have to be more smart in order to develop and experiment your face. Okay, it's not what we want to make funny out of it. No, that one. Okay, but we want to study what are the strong features we can actually apply from it. We have to do a few number kind of examples there, okay. And for sometimes, okay, you actually can actually do a few number kind of what we call that extended exaggerations, right, okay, before you're going to decide, okay, this is the one that I want to use there, right? This is the one that I want to use, okay. One of the reason I emphasize on the lips, because you can see, okay, it's a natural kind of lips over there. There's a very strong muscle, kind of what we call that features on the lips itself there, okay, of her lips to become a bit more like a strong kind of identities there, other than her, what we call that, this one, in English, dimples there, right? Dimples there, right? Is it? Oh, this is the dimples there, right? So you have to know directly which part basically you want to emphasize there. Even with the forehead, right, I try to exaggerate a little bit, but make it more smaller, look more like an onion kind of shape. Why? Because I can saw her overall kind of shapes of her hairstyles there, okay, that actually more towards into that kind of onion kind of shapes. So which is when you want to represent something from here, right? And some reference that can be contribute into your ideas and your subject matters here. And what you can do, I just want to see there, right? You can use it as a part of your elements there to represent your works. Okay. So what we learn also, okay, what you guys have learned also along the way, to create some sort of symbols there, okay, of subject matters there at the same times. They all came from these tests there, guys, okay. I'm applying the same thing here. I try to apply the same methods of understanding the writing, discipline the writing. Not just what we call that, just working around with the subject matters without having enough kind of what we call that connection between what you guys learned before. Right? You use some of the symbolized kind of elements, remember that, right? And to become someone else there, to manipulate, to exaggerate, to modify, to morphing them, right? So this is the thing that we also done also in caricatures, that we try to resembling some of the elements together there, okay? Because why? When Cindy actually have asked me there, okay, suggest to me that she want to draw her face and the body animals, okay? What are the things that resembling yourself as the animals there, right? So those are the things, connections is really important here when it comes to develop your kind of way to represent your words, all right? Okay. Any questions? Grace, are you agree with it there?
Yes.
Are you sure? Do you accept this kind of design there, this kind of style of design there, right?
You mean I accept it? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, honestly, yes.
How much you want to pay for it?
Well, I just to draw.
No, right. Okay, just teasing, right? Okay, so guys, okay. So learn from there back again, okay? Learn back again, okay? The methods there, how to exaggerate your faces to become a caricature kind of element of styles there, okay? It's not that easy, okay, at the first time, right? You have to experiment them and try to analyze the sensitivity of the works there, okay? At the same time there, right? Okay, so using the breakdown of the shapes of your features will help you to engage more understanding from there, okay? So good luck back again for your final submission for this week. The line work has to be done in the right way. If you not use the right kind of line works, you can use AI there, okay? Or paint kind of styles that works. Don't restrict yourself into one single style that to present. Okay? So thank you very much for your times, all right, to having an meeting right here. And I see you guys back again next week. Okay? All right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye. Thank you very much there. Bye.
Have a nice day.